Welcome everyone to our Legal Insight podcast. Today, we're diving into some essential documents every adult needs, like a will, a power of attorney, and a personal directive.
I'm really excited about this. I've always thought these documents were only for seniors or, for people with massive assets.
That's a common misconception. If you're over 18 and even if you just have a bank account, property, or loved ones, you absolutely need these tools. They keep everything in order when life takes an unexpected turn.
Right off the bat, let's get into the will. So, what's the core idea behind having a will?
A will is basically your roadmap after you're gone. It states who gets your belongings, like your property or personal items, and if you have children, it even names a guardian for them.
Yes, indeed.
It also appoints an executor to carry out your wishes exactly as you want.
Interesting. And what happens if one doesn't have a will?
Without a will, the law jumps in and decides, who gets what, which can lead to, well, a whole lot of unintended surprises. Even assets like your car or, believe it or not, your pet could end up contested.
Right, exactly.
Just imagine assets fighting over their destination, so to speak.
That really sounds risky. Do you have an example?
Absolutely. Think of a guy from Calgary who passed away at 34. He had a condo, some savings, and even a dog, but no will. His family ended up tangled in months of court battles over what should be done with his assets, including custody of his dog.
Wow, that's crazy.
All because he didn't put his wishes down in writing.
Moving on then, what about the power of attorney? Is it mainly for handling finances?
Precisely. A power of attorney, or POA, authorizes someone you trust to manage your finances if you're unable to do so because of an illness, accident, or even if you're, say, abroad. It gives that person controlled access to things like bank accounts, paying bills, even handling investments, strictly as per your instructions.
So, if I have a POA in place, for instance, my spouse could access my funds if I'm temporarily incapacitated?
Yes, exactly. And here's an interesting real-life case. A 42-year-old business owner had a stroke, and his wife couldn't access their joint account because there was no POA. Instead, she had to go through a lengthy court process that took, get this, 3 months,
That's
which
wild.
could have seriously jeopardized the business.
Absolutely, 3 months can really break things apart. But is a POA only for emergencies like that?
Not at all. It's also super handy for non-emergency situations. There was a client working abroad who gave her dad a limited POA to sell her home in Edmonton while she was in Europe. It made the entire process smooth and efficient.
Exactly.
It really shows how flexible a POA can be.
Now, what about the personal directive? I've heard it's all about healthcare decisions.
That's right. Your personal directive details who can make healthcare or personal decisions for you if you're unconscious or mentally incapacitated. It covers everything from choosing medical treatments like life support or surgery options to even specifying cultural or religious wishes in your care. It really empowers you even when you can't speak for yourself.
And if someone doesn't have a personal directive, what then?
Then the responsibility and sometimes the confusion falls to your family. Doctors may end up relying on your loved ones to decide, and if they disagree, critical decisions can be delayed. In some cases, a court might have to step in to resolve the issue. Clearly, that's not ideal when timing is everything in healthcare.
Can we think of any specific example here?
Sure can. There was a young man in his 20s who was in a major car accident and ended up in a coma. His divorced parents got into a dispute over what care he should receive because he hadn't specified his wishes. If he'd had a personal directive, it would have clearly indicated his preferred decision maker and treatment options.
So, here's what I'm getting. These documents, will, POA, personal directive, kind of work as a team for different stages of your life, right?
Exactly. Your will handles your legacy after you're gone. Your POA steps in while you're alive but unable to act, and your personal directive ensures your healthcare choices reflect your own wishes when you can't communicate them. They
Right,
cover
that's
all
clear.
the bases, so nothing gets left to chance.
Now, I have a question. If you don't already have these documents, when is the right time to get them?
The answer is simple: now. If you're a legal adult, especially if you own property, have kids, or some savings, it's
Absolutely.
time. Waiting until a crisis hits is the worst case scenario.
I want to add, though, some folks might feel these steps are a bit too formal, or that thinking about such documents is morbid.
I hear you, but really it's more about, securing peace of mind than anything else. Consider a couple who, after having a baby, set up a will to name guardians, a POA to help each other handle finances, and a personal directive. They ensured that their loved ones would be protected in any situation. It's all about being
Exactly.
prepared rather than pessimistic.
And while some might argue that these are just legal papers, they're essentially a form of self-care.
Right on. They're there to reduce stress, time, and financial burden during what can be exceptionally tough
Absolutely.
times. Plus, getting these done isn't as complicated as people think. A good lawyer can help draft them in just a few days.
That's some reassuring news. So to wrap it up, having a will, POA, and personal directive is like setting up a safety net for life's unexpected moments.
Exactly. It's about ensuring your decisions, whether financial or personal care, are respected when you can't advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
It's about making sure your legacy and well-being are under your control, even when you're not around.
And for anyone listening, if you haven't taken these steps yet, seriously consider setting them up as soon as possible.
Right, don't wait for the unexpected to catch you off guard. These documents are an investment in your peace of mind and your family's future.
Indeed. Thanks for the insight today. If this discussion helped clear up some of the confusion, be sure to like and share this podcast, and drop your questions in the comments for future topics.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, stay prepared, and until next time, keep protecting what matters most.